ਅੱਜ ਕੈਲੇਡਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਡੇਟੋਨਾ ਫਰੇਟਸ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਯਾਰਡ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਫੋਰਡ ਨੇ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਾਈਵੇ 413 2025 ਚ ਬਿਲਡ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਹੈ। ਇਟਸ ਅ ਬਿਗ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹਾਈਵੇ ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੂਵ ਫਾਰਵਰਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਬਿਨਾਂ ਹਾਈਵੇਜ਼ ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੱਧ ਸਕਦੇ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਨਫਰਾਸਟ੍ਰਕਚਰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਹਸਪੀਟਲਸ, ਮੈਡੀਕਲ, ਸਕੂਲਸ, ਪਾਰਕਸ ਐਂਡ ਹਾਈਵੇਜ਼। ਸੋ ਇਨਫਰਾਸਟ੍ਰਕਚਰ ਦੇ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਫੋਰਡ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ 2025 ਚ ਕਦ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਇਹਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਅਸੈਸਮੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਕਾਫੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਆਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਸੀ, ਅਪ ਐਂਡ ਡਾਊਨਸ, ਕਾਫੀ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਕੰਟਰੋਵਰਸੀਜ਼ ਨਿਕਲੀਆਂ। ਫਾਈਨਲੀ ਸ਼ਫਲਸ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਔਨ ਦ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਔਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਮੀਅਰ ਫੋਰਡ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ 'ਚ।
Investing over $185 billion over the next 10 years, and I know that number is going to grow. Together, we're building new hospitals, schools, long-term care homes, energy, municipal water projects, and thousands of union workers here in the GTHA are on site building 5 new subway and rail projects. Folks, we're spending, and that's the largest in North America, by the way, we're spending over $80 billion on transit. And unlike previous governments that failed to invest critical transportation infrastructure, we're getting shovels in the ground for new roads and highways. Highways like the 413, friends, as you've heard today, Highway 413 is going to be a game changer for the region. So where we're at, we're already starting field work and land acquisition that will help make sure we get shovels in the ground on time. By mid-May, we'll be hosting a market-sounding event with key private sector experts to discuss ways to move construction forward quickly and efficiently. We've begun planning for the release of the first early works construction contracts as we work with our labor and industry partners to create good-paying jobs for Ontario workers. And folks, I just want to say how excited I am about what Highway 413 is going to mean for everyone, our members, people in this whole surrounding region, right across Ontario. It's expected, this is what I love, it's expected during construction, this project will support 3,500 jobs each year and add $350 million to Ontario's GDP.
Good morning, Premier. This is Nitin Chopra from Prime Asia TV.
How are you?
Thank you, Premier.
Thank you.
Without highways, we cannot move forward. That's sure. And there were so many up and downs to get this highway. There were so many controversies. Did you take all the opposition parties on board? They might be happy with this development because, again, without highways, without infrastructure, as we have more immigrants coming into this country, without development, we cannot move any further. So opposition parties are on the board. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for that question. We knew it was popular as anything. We ended up winning every single riding in the 905. One of our number one promises was building the 413. And it gets people from point A to point B. You know, there's only a couple people that were against building the 413. Bonnie Crombie is against building the 413. She was against giving better paychecks and better jobs to these hardworking people. And she's on the wrong side of this. It's very simple. And then Merritt Stiles is another one, you know, that doesn't believe in building. We believe in building. We're going to be investing over $185 billion in infrastructure throughout the entire province. There's one thing people love to see is hospitals getting built, schools getting built, long-term care getting built, highways, roads, and bridges getting built. That's what we're going to do, and we're getting it done. And I'm very grateful for the team that has showed up today. And this is just a fraction of them that are going to be building the transit system throughout the province here.
Premier, recently we had seen the biggest gold heist here in Ontario in Canadian history. Our police forces, they catches the criminal, but before they do a press conference, the criminals, they were out enjoying their gem life. We had seen same for the extortionists also. Yeah. So recently, Peel Services Board, they wrote to the Justice Minister. Our Mayor, Patrick Brown, he used to write the letters to Justice Minister, but now situation is, recently he had to go to Ottawa to get the scanners. Is that not too late to act? Because with the car thefts, we lost $1 billion annually every year. In last 5-6 years, we have not got scanners. We have not got changes in criminal code. We have got no bail reforms. So whose accountability is this? And is that not a mockery of our system when we see these revolving doors? Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And I just have to correct you. It's the second biggest heist I've ever seen. The biggest heist was when the Liberals were in power for 15 years. They took billions and billions of dollars out of people's pockets. But as for the people that did this big gold heist, throw them in jail. And I just have to remind everyone, the federal government controls the criminal code, but a lot of these people that are kicking in doors, putting guns to people's heads, the heist alone, keep them in jail. Don't give them bail, and then it might deter them the next time around when they decide to go steal someone's car or kick the doors in and violently terrorize neighborhoods. I have zero tolerance for it, and that's the reason I always say we're going to make sure we have judges that are tough on crime, not judges that will let people out not once, not 3 times, 4 or 5 times to repeat the crime again.
I want to thank Premier Ford for his laser focus in getting this highway built. I can tell you the City of Brampton is excited for this highway. There's so many attributes of this highway that's going to make a difference for the quality of life in our city. The traffic, the gridlock. The only way you deal with gridlock and traffic in a community that's growing is you need this highway. Frankly, for investment purposes, when we're making pitches for businesses to come to Brampton, they look at the time it takes to get product to marketplace. This is critical. We're a logistics center. We need to have this transportation corridor to be successful. And frankly, I want to add, for some of the politicians in other cities who already have their highways, who are complaining about the Highway 413, I don't see them offering to give up their highway. I don't see them offering to take on more traffic and gridlock in their cities. So it's almost an issue of equity. You can't say you want to see growth and housing and investment, but not have the transportation infrastructure there to support this. So I want to thank the Premier for not relenting, for having the full momentum to getting this highway constructed. I can't wait to see shovels in the ground. Thank you, Premier Ford.
The days of paralysis by analysis are over in Ontario. The days of never-ending studies, bureaucratic red tape to find every reason to say no are over. For those men and women who work with steel-toe boots, hard hats, and lunch pails, we see you, we value you, and none of this is possible without you. I can proudly say today that the era of neglecting these hardworking men and women is over under the leadership of this Premier. Some folks see Highway 413 as just another road, but we know it's about people. It's about getting families home to spend more time with their loved ones. It's about economic prosperity, not just the tens of thousands of people who will save tens of thousands of hours to spend that valuable time with their family, but also the thousands of jobs created for Ontario workers. Over 3 million hours of paychecks to support Ontario workers and families. Just think about that, 3 million hours of work. Just look around us today. Look at the hundreds of unionized workers who are proud to build the 413, standing shoulder to shoulder with our government. These workers are the 413.